What up, y'all? This is Zircon, setting into another Gaming Thoughts with Z. This is a little segment I do after the completion of every newer game that I play and complete, where I talk a little bit about the game and give my own personal thoughts and opinions. And tonight we're going over Persona 3 episode Aigis. This is the DLC expansion for the Persona 3 Reload, essentially the Persona 3 remake of the Persona series. And I gotta say, I have mixed thoughts on this. I am a bit mixed about it, to say the least. It like all the other Persona games, it carries on with the whole mechanic of where you play as a character. This time you play as lovely Aigis here instead of a standard named character, a standard unnamed character. Well, technically named because they all technically have a first name, but you have the ability to make your own. Name them yourself. But this time around, we're playing as Aigis. This is the continuation on after the events of Persona 3. Essentially, it's just about to be the next semester, next school year. However, they run into what is essentially almost Groundhog's Day, where it continuously is May 31st, and they are trying their best to get it to April 1st. However, due to events, they now have to walk through what is called the Abyss of Time and essentially try and traverse through the whole thing, learn the stories, and try and find their way out and get the days rolling again. Now, just like in Persona 3, it is very much a dungeon crawl with a little bit of story mixed in. However, unlike the original game, this is where I'm very mixed. I myself don't mind a dungeon crawl. After all, I played over 180 hours in my original game. That's not saved game, that's a total played. But there was definitely a lot of sprinkles of story, plenty of engagement and different stuff to do within the original game. A lot of other stuff to like really dive into. This one didn't have as much. We only played maybe roughly 20 hours, I would like to say. However, I will have to say I didn't exactly care for it. I'm happy that we got the answers we needed, which is actually the original name of the old DLC for the original Persona 3 game, which it was Persona 3 The Answer. This time around, they just called it episode Aigis. Not entirely sure why. Would you happen to know? Anyways, I did like it. However, I would say that their dungeon crawl at this point felt a little bit tedious. I played on normal most of the way through. I could have played on hard, but that would have added into my runtime, and it also would have made things even more tedious by the end of it. And pretty close to the end of it, I felt like I needed to get rushed. I felt like, well, not really rushed. I felt like I just wanted it over. I just wanted to get the game over. I still enjoyed it, but there was definitely so much missing from the DLC that was in the original game that I felt like, okay, it's not as great. It's still a decent DLC. It gives you all the stories and it answers that you need, but I think they added in. I think it gave you a little bit too much dungeon crawl, and if that's not your thing, then this is probably not the game for you. The DLC, you could probably just look up cutscenes and stuff, whatever. I do recommend you still try and play it, but if you don't want to like fancy through all the dungeon crawling, I would suggest you just play it on easy. That way you can just breeze on through, get the story you want, get the answers. And with that, that's really all I got. Music, soundtrack, mechanics though are all still great. Understandable why they couldn't put all the mechanics from the original game into this DLC, because the DLC is pretty short comparatively to the official game. This is like roughly a 20 hours, I think. I think I played this now. But I still had an enormous amount of fun. I'm happy to have been able to do this. However, I probably won't return to this deal. It definitely doesn't feel like it's the DLC that I'll return to. It it definitely didn't leave that mark on me. Story wise, I really did like it. Gameplay wise, still liked it. Mechanic wise, I mixed again. Like I said, a little bit too much dungeon crawling for me. However, really not much else to go on. If you listened or watched to my original Persona 3 Reload thoughts, that it still holds the same way with most of the rest of that. So I hope this was enjoyable and informative. So other than that, thank you for watching. If you want to watch the whole playlist, the link is down below. You may have to skim through a lot of my Persona 3 Reload playlist just to get to this segment because I kind of mixed it in. I got a little sloppy on that, but nonetheless, I hope you do enjoy. I hope you do go take a look at my playlist, and thank you for watching. As always, chat, stay active, stay connected. I'll see y'all next time. This is Archon, signing out. Bye, y'all.